Welcome to Slow and Steady, the podcast where you get to follow along as we figure out how to build and run a SaaS. I'm Brian.
And I'm Benedikt. Each week, we'll give you an honest peek into our lives as we work on our products and keep the lights on by moving to the North Pole. Today is July 14th, and I'm excited to hear about Brian's progress on Headlamp.
This is episode number 49, and I'm feeling encouraged. Well, thanks for your supportive status update there.
I'm honestly excited because you hinted at some good progress on Twitter, and I'm just excited to see what happened in the last 2 weeks since we talked.
Yeah, man. So the first thing is I took your advice from 2 weeks ago. And the first thing I finished building was the check-ins.
Nice.
And which came together really, really quickly, actually. It does have an email component to it, of course, that I don't feel like I have great testing around. Like that's kind of the part of it that I feel a little bit nervous about. But the idea is that once a week, Headlamp will send an email to a remote manager and all of that remote manager's team members or direct reports, and then they just can answer red, yellow, or green, and it gives a little bit of background on from Jerry Colonna's work on why that's a good question to ask, and then you can spot trends over time. So in isolation, in my environment, it's working really great. It's super predictable. But I have not written a bunch of tests around emails before. So I think that's just like an area that I feel a bit, it feels new. It feels like that's like the core thing that makes that particular feature work. And hearing some of your updates about emails, I think I'm just kind of nervous about that part, but all good. All to say, like it's out. The Heroku scheduler runs a rake task once a week, and so the next thing would be to allow the manager to customize the cadence. I'm not going to try to bite that off just yet, but that doesn't seem like a huge deal. It's just that I don't want to add that component until I feel like I've got good tests written around the basic functionality. Anyway, so that's the update from that conversation a couple weeks ago. Once that was done, I turned my attention back to the marketing site, like I said that I was going to do. Made some good progress there, using Tailwind and Tailwind UI, which we talked about. It's like, boy, that's a pretty freaking awesome tool, I gotta say. Just in terms of keeping you thinking about the content and just don't even think about the design. Just like here's a great design. This is going to work. Just use it and think about your content. I felt good about some progress there, and then popped back over and finished the feature that I was prioritizing until our conversation, which is turning the takeaway items from a single text area, a rich text field, into independent or individual items, which again was like that came together much faster than I expected it to. And so I did the same. I did the same thing to the agenda items. As I was messing with it, it was like, agenda should function the exact same way. So did that. And what was great was because we had gone, we went camping. I went ahead and took my laptop with me. I wasn't sure if I would want to work or not, but I took it with me. We didn't have electricity, so I basically just had one charge on the laptop. And if you want to keep yourself focused, then go somewhere where you don't have Wi-Fi and you can't recharge your laptop. And I mean, the development work felt extremely focused and productive. And yeah, I just got some. I was able to. I added the ability for meetings to be not just one on one, but to be team meetings um, as well, and updated the app, the view, so that as a manager, your meetings are listed either as one on one meetings or as team meetings, and it just kind of got my creative juices flowing on, oh, if it's a team meeting, it's probably more likely to be a stand up, so we should suggest these sorts of questions. If it's a one-on-one meeting, it's probably like career goals, we should start by suggesting these questions. So that will come later, but like it felt like that was a pretty, I don't know, there was just something about that felt really encouraging, how quickly so many of those features came together. um and kind of just continues to unlock some creative ideas, or yeah, some ideas for future uh future work. And I have to tell you, the reason that it was so easy for me to add one-on-one meet or to add team meetings to the one-on-one meeting feature is because you, um man, how many months ago, like 2 months ago, I think, like gave me some advice on how to architect the database, and you were like, if you do it this way, you'll be able to add multiple attendees later. And I was like, that's a year away, but I'll go ahead and do it. And here we are. So so thank you. I'm glad we had that conversation as well.
You're welcome.
So anyway, yeah, where everything, okay, here's the where everything stands is that I went ahead and launched the new marketing site. And at projectheadlamp.com. But like in the back of the thing is, I'm so not ready to like launch it and really push it and like do the product hunt thing and whatever. But you can't really keep somebody from posting your thing on Product Hunt, right? That's
Yeah.
I guess it's astonishing to me that's still the case, but whatever. Um,
You can
because
get it removed though.
oh, okay, so if somebody posted, I can just have it removed.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
cool.
happened
All
to
right.
us with user list at some point, and
Okay.
we had to get removed.
All right,
So
cool. All right, I'm not gonna
not
worry
the
about
end
it.
of the world.
Yeah, all right. I'm not gonna worry about it so much then, because I was like, I mean, yeah, I would love to, reach out to somebody and have them schedule it for what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now, But that was kind of like in the back of my head is, oh, what if somebody posts it and I'm not really ready, or I'm in the middle of a client work day? That would suck. So if anybody's listening, please don't post it. um, but okay, Benedikt, this is my possibly biggest update. Despite, I mean, all that product progress, launched a new marketing site, feeling completely excited about it. I log in to my Stripe account yesterday and I accidentally got a customer.
You
And
accidentally got a customer. That's
because, because I say accidentally, because I was like, I was not expecting anybody to stumble upon it. But yeah, dude, somebody from Meet Edgar, a company I've actually heard of. Uh, stumbled upon my stuff on Twitter, followed a link, and gave me their credit card. Signed up for a month.
nice.
So
That's super cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool. So I reached out to him, and we're gonna have a call. Looks like probably later this week, to just try to like do some onboarding. It's like super apologetic. The onboarding experience right now is garbage, but let me help you get your team on and kind of show you like what things are looking like. And um, yeah. So I honestly can't believe it.
That's
It's I am
amazing.
so I am feeling pretty encouraged right now. And yeah, ready for the next. Yeah, so ready for the next leg of the journey to start, because it feels like, all right, that's where I'm at now. This is the leg I'm on. So let's do it.
I noticed, did you change your pricing, or did we talk about Headlamp pricing before?
I don't know if we've talked about it before. The pricing is $49 per manager account. So I don't want to mess around with, per seat pricing. And instead just do, if you're a manager, then you are the one who is able to invite people. You're the one who's able to schedule new meetings. And then you can invite, pardon me, you can invite all your team members, but none of them will have those sorts of rights. Anybody can add agenda items. Anybody can, obviously, anybody who gets invited will take, the check-in surveys, etc. But only managers have, you know, those things. $49 a month.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's interesting. My first instinct was to charge based on like employees or whatever,
yeah, yep.
but I kind of like it. I mean, there's there's still a potential that someone with a very large team and just one manager will
Mm-hmm.
probably like pay a little bit too less.
Yep.
Maybe you can add a cap on, I don't know, a
Yeah.
number of users per manager or something like that.
Uh, yeah. I think so. If I were to mess with it, I guess what I like about it is it seems very simple and straightforward. You know,
Yeah,
for both of us, for the customer and for me.
yeah,
40. I think 49 might be too low, because if it were something like $7 per seat, oh, okay, cool, that's pretty, or even $5 per seat, that's reasonable. And then if you have a team of, what, 7 or 9 ish, then you're at that $49, $50 ish range. Um, and so that's why I kind of landed there. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just don't know how big the average customer account will
yeah,
be.
yeah.
And if it ends up being 15, then yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot. If it ends up being 4, and and $7 feels like market, well, then I did a good job. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I'd probably go in there and like add a limit just to be safe and have a good reason
Hmm.
to charge more for like big companies with 100 employees per manager or something like that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess well, yeah. That's a I think in my head, the thing there is like I mean, not many managers have 100 direct reports. They have, yeah, I mean, thousands of people potentially underneath them, but like the people that they would be meeting with and keeping up with, their directs. I don't know. I guess
Just
maybe naively I'm thinking
like
that's
the one
a
thing
dozen.
I'd like to protect myself from if I were in your shoes is like
Mhm.
having someone sign up from a big enterprise, maybe in the HR department, who's doing nothing else but doing interviews all day with employees at the company, and
Mhm.
they would probably handle a couple hundred per month, I don't know,
Yeah,
and you'd see very little money from
from
what's
that
supposedly
account.
a very large company.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, that's super good.
But
That's
I
really
mean,
good advice.
yeah,
I
I don't know. It just feels like there's a trap in there, maybe. But
Mhm.
then again,
Mhm.
um, I mean, should be good for now.
Okay. Do we know anybody who's got this kind of model, or where their customer could could be a team of 3 or a team of 200? I mean, trying to think of like who could I reach out to that might have some thoughts on how to I the other thing is like you're just describing the most simple thing. Just change it from unlimited team members to 20, and for 20 plus email me. I
Yeah,
mean, that's the
like
okay. That's
just
all
put the
right,
cap
cool.
in there and then see if people hit the cap or
Okay.
not.
Yeah. Because unlimited doesn't mean anything to somebody if they had planned on bringing in 5 anyway. And
Yeah,
I'm and
yeah.
I'm yeah, and I'm protecting myself from the other side of the risk. Okay, cool. Yep. All right. That's smart.
And I feel like one person you can always talk to about this stuff is Matt Wensing. It feels
Yeah.
like he's the
Yep.
enterprise sales guru
Yeah.
of our network.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Well, that's me, man. Um,
That's an exciting update.
yeah, it
Like
felt
this
like
is
my most exciting update ever.
I, yeah, it is in a way.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
this was not what you planned for, but hey, paying
No.
customer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
Ding,
there a
ding, ding.
trial?
There's not a trial. There's a 30-day money back guarantee.
So they're actually a paying customer from day
Credit.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you not only have your first customer, but you also have first revenue.
Yes.
You're
Revenue.
officially post
Well,
revenue, whatever
I
that means.
I mean, well, there's still 30 days for them to ask for their money back. Um
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, but so yeah, that's the other thing is there's no trial. If you want to sign up, you got to put in your credit card. Um but yeah, just hit me up if you want your money back, and I'll just no questions asked.
nice,
Kick it
nice.
back. So I'd rather
You
deal with
should
that than
you should also add a button to book a demo or something like that.
yeah. Yes. Totally. Do you guys I haven't been to marketing.
Yeah, we
Do
have
you
that
guys
on
do book a
our
demo? Yeah,
yeah.
I see it totally.
And we
How many people take you up on that?
it varies, but
Uh-huh.
maybe one or two per week at
Okay.
max.
Cool. Nice.
So it's not, at least for us, it's not a problem. We're a little bit hesitant to put it on there, but we figured
Mm-hmm.
like we can always remove it if it gets too
Yeah.
much.
I mean, that seems like a great gosh, I would love for people to take me up on that. For several reasons. Just
Yeah,
like customer,
it's
customer
and
discovery on a yeah.
it's basically what we like. The demo is the smallest part of the entire call. Like
Mm.
we usually start by just asking questions
Yeah,
and letting them
right.
talk for like 20 minutes, and we're
Yeah.
like, yeah. So now let's quickly
Yeah,
click through it, and
totally.
this is like those are the major features, and that's it. So we mostly use it for customer
I was gonna
discovery
say,
and
yeah,
customer
exactly.
interviews.
Book a demo call and let me ask you a bunch of customer discovery questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
All
like
right. Cool. I'll throw that on.
the one thing I'd be a little bit worried about
Uh huh.
for this particular use case, like you're probably targeting larger companies, so the person who like the managers who's currently looking at this thing doesn't necessarily have a credit card they can use to sign up for
Um,
stuff.
I would expect that. My assumption here is that any manager that I would be going after can definitely sign up for something that costs only $49 a month
Okay, yeah,
on their company card without additional what's it called approval.
yeah, yeah,
49 bucks feels like well under their
yeah.
approval.
You're probably right. Like I was probably thinking about smaller companies where the managers don't have credit cards for
Hmm.
themselves. But I guess that's at a certain size, like you probably have a credit card.
Yeah, that is definitely my assumption. If that and so if that turns out to be wrong, I'll I'll be surprised and have to think through that a little bit. But I'm I'm expecting that there's no need for an approval process to sign up for my product.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That sounds reasonable. Yeah, but definitely add that demo button. Like
yeah,
for those without a credit card, they can at least book a
totally.
demo.
Yeah. All right. I will put that up there by the end of today.
Awesome.
All right. What do you got going on?
Yeah. Not so exciting news. Like I mean, not bad news, but don't have anything revolutionary to share. So as we talked about 2 weeks ago, I took a few days off, and that was really nice. Just doing nothing for a change
Mm-hmm.
was good, and like coming
Yeah.
back to work was I felt a lot more productive than before, so it was good to take a break.
Good.
However, I have to say, like, the to-do list and the stuff ahead of me still feels super overwhelming. Like, it's just so much stuff going on. And I still, like, I constantly have the feeling that things are not moving fast enough, and I have to remind myself that it's probably still okay. That's probably fast enough, but it doesn't feel that way.
Slow and steady, man.
Yeah, slow and steady. Yeah, in terms of like work I've been doing, kind of finished the data model stuff. It's in a good enough state,
Nice.
and then like I have the tests in place and stuff like that. There's still nothing done on the user interface side, nothing
Okay.
on the automation side. All of that is still to do. And that's mostly because we switched gears a little bit and started working on the website, basically redoing the entire website, not changing the design that much, but just moving everything off of WordPress into a small, quick to edit static site.
Why
And
did that become a priority?
it became a priority because we actually hired Asia. She had her first
Yes.
day
Okay.
yesterday, and it looks like a lot of the stuff she will be doing. I mean, not entirely sure yet, but a lot of stuff will probably be around content and SEO and
Okay.
stuff like
And it
that. And we wanted a way to be quicker in creating dedicated landing
yes.
pages
Got
and
it.
stuff like that. And it wasn't impossible with WordPress. Like, it worked up
Sure.
until today, but it was always, you had this fancy theme in there, and they had just
Yeah.
their own like editor, and like it just took a lot of time
Totally.
to
Yeah.
get a page up there
Yep.
and tweak it to your liking. And
Almost everybody listening right now is nodding their head because they know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. That makes total sense.
and then added to that is like the usual WordPress problems of having too many plugins installed and nothing really works well together, and it adds a lot. Like, I'm joking, but probably adds like 10 versions of jQuery to the website, and like it's just a lot of stupid stuff happening, and we wanted to have like more control over all of that. And so we decided to do this as a static website.
Cool.
We still haven't decided on a CMS to power it, but yeah, we figured like translating everything to whatever static site generator is probably a required step regardless of the CMS we're going for. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm really liking it so far. Made an effort to get everything reusable as much as possible. So the design, even now, is very much based on sections or blocks. Like, we have like a feature grid, a alternating screenshots thing, the call to action, the lead magnet, and stuff like that. So we designed those as separate segments, and we're using partials in the static site generator for those. And then you basically pass in a YAML file with like, this is section
Yep.
whatever, call to action, and the button label is this, and the copy is this, and it just generates everything. And on top of that, there's another layer where we can reference like pre-built sections, like the standard default call to action on all pages is this, and you can just reference it, and that makes it super easy to set up new landing pages. Like, we have a couple landing pages for promotions on podcasts and stuff like that where we appeared, and those are like 10-line file with just a copy that's specific to that
Totally.
podcast, and
Yeah.
super easy to replicate and copy, and that's pretty nice. So I'm happy with the progress there. But the downside of all of this is like, we have a very small website, like, because it was hard to add new pages to it, but it's still more pages than you'd think there is.
So just the conversion of all those pages and all the assets within them just feels pretty manual. Is that what's
Yeah,
going
like
on? Or?
we're literally going through and converting all the pages one by one.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the blog post, because like, yeah, of course we grab those from the
Right.
database.
Right.
But like all the other pages, and yeah, it's basically one-to-one conversion more or less, with reusing what's already there and then adding a new section when needed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're still
Yeah.
discovering pages that we missed.
Well, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
Do you have a target for trying to get that finished and relaunched? Is that
Honestly, I'm hoping to have like most of it done by the end of the week, and maybe they put finishing touches on it next week, and
okay?
then have it ready by the end of next week or something like
Okay.
that. There's not that much left to do, but as I said, like, it's a lot of small pages, like the thank you page when you sign up for the mailing list. Sad to see you go when you unsubscribe, like all those
Yeah.
those small pages that you set up once and then forget about,
And then forget they
because
exist. Yeah.
you don't see them that much.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of like recreating all of those, and then
Got
of
it.
course like making sure they have like the open graph tags for Facebook in there, and like
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff. To be honest, that's the part like where WordPress does a lot of heavy lifting for you. We have to do that ourselves now, but I mean, hopefully we can set up the systems in a way that it's mostly automatic afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, good luck. Good luck wrapping that.
Yeah.
And so Asia is starting to do some of that work that you had talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yep. First thing she'll do is doing customer interviews. Should probably send her a list of customers today, and then start booking calls with her. And then based on that, we'll do some marketing experiments and see what sticks and what works. So I'm super excited about this.
Cool.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
like, if anything, at least I'm hoping that we get a good process out of that.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
like learning from her approach and how things works,
Mm-hmm.
and then be able to run with it ourselves, or hire out specific stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think the long-term goal is to figure out like 1 or 2 marketing tactics or marketing channels, and then see like how can we remove ourselves from that a little bit at least, and like
Mm-hmm.
if it's a lot of content writing or whatever, then maybe find someone who can do that stuff for us.
Yeah.
So
Man.
yeah, that's
Cool.
the plan.
All right.
Yeah, the goal is 10K MRR by the end of the year or something like that. So
good.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it from my side for this week.
All right.
Pretty much doing the grunt work with the website and nothing else.
Well, hope you can get through it and find all those hidden little pages that you'd forgotten about. Get 'em
Yeah,
in.
hope so too.
Cool. Okay. Well, if that's it, we can call it here.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, we'll talk next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
All right,
Bye.
later.